Welcome to another episode in the What If series. Today, the special guest is Sea of Thieves. So, currently, there's no dancing around the subject. It's boring, right? It's a boring game. No one likes playing it. They may say they do. Not at all. They're just lying to you. So, Season 10, boring, right? I don't see anything fun happening on that screen. And this is, in fact, a person playing the game right now, live. Just sleeping, just catching a few Zeds playing the game because it's so boring. So, how we fix it is we have two options, the developers or the features. We look at two areas where the game is lacking a lot, and its developers and its features. So, let's look at developers first. So, we have a man called Mike Chapman. Now, he is a creative director for Rare and on Sea of Thieves, and he's more or less the man who runs the ship, so to speak, right? He is the man at the helm, and he has a schnoz. He has a mushroom for a nose. This man's nose is grand. Now, in November 2022, there was a season update to Sea of Thieves. It was Season 8, and that remains, even to this day, 2 years later, the greatest update for this game that we've ever seen. Now, how do we repeat that? How do we continually repeat Season 8? We need to make sure Season 8 happens all the time because it hasn't been a good season, as I've said since then. So, what we do is, we stick a feather up this guy's nostrils and we continually make him sneeze. Why do we make him sneeze for? Well, you see, because of how big his nose is, that nose contains all of the content, all of the good content. And in November 2022, he sneezed and all of it came out. Well, part of it, not all of it. Part of that good content came out of his nose, and we were left with Season 8, a really, really good season. So what we do is, we make him sneeze all the time, so every update is just as good as the next one. And additionally, we can also look at, turning off the AC units as well in the offices, just to make sure he's really, really cold. So he's always going to have a runny nose. So let's look at the features. Let's look at maybe where we could steer away from the developers, give them a bit of a break, and look at the features. What could they maybe add? So, get rid of the ships. Add cars. Because we all know cars are blimmin' cool, aren't they? They're amazing, them things. They go vroom vroom, and all the ladies love them. I don't see ladies gawking at pirate ships, right? Now, in the Phasmophobia video, I announced a pretty cool feature that a lot of people really loved. It was to have a celebrity crossover, a collab. Now this, I'm enacting the same idea because it was such a great idea. No one's thought of a better one before. This one, we're going to be bringing in someone a bit different. You would have definitely have heard their songs. They've got such great hits as and they are just such an amazing artist, they're up and coming. I've been listening to them for a few years now. So Miles, this man, the greatest man to do it, the GOAT. He is just an amazing person. We've spoke to him a few times as well, us and the team. We spoke to him about this idea, and he said the same ideas as us. He said it would be a really, really cool thing to do. Now, whether it's like a limited time enemy or a friendly, or maybe he does a crossover music video or something, we don't know. But if he gets involved in the game somehow, it could be great, right? It could be amazing. So what does the community think of all of the ideas I've proposed here today? Well, they were really harping on Mike's schnoz. So the first one up there, they said if he sneezed all the time, the game would just truly be amazing, right? We need that snot now. I couldn't agree more. The next person said, yeah, I do make a good point, and that Season 8 really was the peak of the game. And since Mikey Wikey stopped sneezing, the game is terrible. And yeah, it's just, that's how it is. The man stopped sneezing once, and this is what we get. Boring content droughts. And then the last guy, this is just incredibly sad. He suffers from dementia, and we thought we'd ask him just, do you know who Mike Chapman is? What do you think of the recent season in Sea of Thieves? And they instantly blocked us after sending that message. So this is a really bad effect of the woke mob left attacking this man and making him think that Sea of Thieves is a boring game now. When it can be boring, but with our help, with our fixes, the game could be truly amazing, right? These additions, they are like no-brainers. I'm surprised they haven't come to me and said, can you help us on this? But I've had no offers from them yet. And so that is, what if Sea of Thieves was a good game? Now, the game right now, and I will admit this, is terrible. I haven't even got it installed because of how bad it is. But if Mike Schnoz were to open up like the Sarlacc Pit, we could be having a renaissance of Sea of Thieves. It could be really, really good. So, developers, because I know you'll watch this, you're big fans of the show, please take this into account and really do take it on board. I want to see what you guys can take from us and learn from it. But anyway, that's about it. See ya.